Hello, and in this week's Spoilers is going to be the first time ever I will be dividing this episode into two parts. This is the first time for this section. I don't think it will happen again, but let's go with it. So this time, in part one, I'm going to be talking about The Last Airbender, Book 2. Second part will be talking about Book 3, obviously. So yeah, Book 2, really, I was kind of hesitant in rewatching this season. And, kind of, I don't know, put into context, I have seen The Last Airbender from Season 1 all the way to Season 3, in a sense. I didn't see all of Season 3 when it was on TV initially. I kind of, saw it, later on, but out of order. But I saw the first two seasons, on TV, when they were on and, all that kind of stuff. So, really what I remember from Season 2 is just kind of boring. I mean, I kind of liked it more than Season 1, but it was still like, I don't know if I'm going to end up buying the Season 2 or even enjoying it or, whatever. And, I kind of bought it on a blind purchase or on a whim. I really don't do this as much as I probably make myself out, but I don't really do a lot of blind purchases, but this time I was in a really good mood, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll get this DVD set, and maybe I'll have a different opinion of it. And I watched it, and I really, changed my view of that season, because originally I just, thought it was just kind of, oh, it's whatever. But, yeah, I really liked it. There was a lot more filler than I remember, but, that's really not saying a lot, because even the filler episodes are really fun to watch. But yeah, my opinion on Season 2 was, rewatching it, it was, pretty good. I like the episode. I mean, one of my favorite episodes of Season 2 has to be the one where they infiltrate like the underground fortress of in Ba Sing Se, like where they start to uncover this conspiracy with within Ba Sing Se, and they start to uncover it and start to realize that Dai Li agents aren't really loyal to the Earth King, and they were planning to betray the Earth King and all this stuff. And really, that was so fun to watch. Those set episodes of really uncovering this conspiracy, and I thought that was, as I said many times, entertaining. Because it was, and I will say in Season 2 was nice having a flashback episodes where you kind of see Zuko with his mom and Zuko and Azula, how they grew up together and all that. But at the same time, I do kind of, the only negative thing I do think with those flashbacks is I thought with Azula they tried really hard to make sure that the people knew that she was, a monster, and she was insane and all this stuff, and I felt that they kind of tried a little itty bitty too hard about showing that. I mean, there were moments where it was, it fit, it worked, and it was great, and then there were just other episodes that were just like, okay, other scenes that were just like, okay, we get it, she's insane, she's evil, she's a monster, move on, and it just kind of harped on it for a while. But I mean, to me, it did pay off in the end. But it was just, I wish it was more subtle than the way that it was handled. Because I thought it was just, kind of too obvious. But it's whatever. But yeah, I still like the flashbacks. Ultimately, I still like Azula as a character. I thought, despite the flashbacks making her very, very typically insane or whatever. It was still kind of nice. It was still, interesting to see how she was when she was a kid and how she is now, where she's more. I feel that in Season 2 she was a lot more calm and collected and just kind of like, menacing and just kind of like, if I want to fuck up something, I'm gonna fuck it up, and that's what I kind of liked about that character. Another great episodes were really the one with the library where. They find this, huge library that this owl was, keeping away from public because he was like, well, people use my knowledge for evil and I don't want, no. And, he decided to sink the library away from humanity. So that's really what I liked about the episodes. Is that it had this creepy owl character, flying around. Uh, and then when they really find out about Black Sun, I thought that was really cool and interesting, and it kept me on the edge of my seat and hooked. So the finale was really well done. It really did a good sense of providing the scale of what's going on and really setting up that the Fire Nation is gonna win the war, and I just kind of love that kind of feel to that season. It had a nice fitting into it where it was like, yeah, these characters are in a fucked up place and nowhere safe anymore, and that's really what I liked about that particular season. So that's it for season 2. Part 2, I'll talk about season 3.